Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Vivian, and in today's video we're gonna do our February TBR. If you guys have watched a few of my videos, you'll know that I do the TBR prompt jar method, but my jar is currently really old. Prompts inside are really old and I have not refreshed it in a while, and I do want to do that, but I have been really busy. A lot of things happening right now, so I haven't had the chance to do it, but I do need to film this video today. So I decided to go online and find like a TBR prompt thing, and I actually found one. The website is called tbr.heyreader.me. There's like these little cards on the screen that you can click and it'll show you a prompt. I thought it'll be fun to let a computer randomizer pick my TBR for me. I also thought of having my dog pick my TBR for me, but he's currently sleeping, so I feel bad waking him up to do this. So yeah, and also I've been in a reading slump, which is why I haven't filmed in a while. This is kind of like the first video I filmed in 1.5 weeks. I haven't read in a week, I think. I've been starting to get into reading ever since I purchased a few books. I feel like I'm getting out of the slump, but I also don't really know, because every time I feel like I'm out of the slump, I decided to pick up a book and I realize I'm still in a slump. I don't know how many books I'm gonna pick for this TBR. I usually do 8, but I'll see how I feel about it, and if I do want to lessen the amount of books I have on my TBR this month, I'll do that. But yeah, we're gonna be picking our TBR prompt using this app, this website. All you do is just click a card and I'll give you a prompt. Random author last name letter. Use a random letter generator to get a letter, and that letter will be the first letter of the author's last name. I'm gonna pick the first website that I see. Generate random letter, and it says G. We have one option. Oh, guy, there is only a good option. Apparently we have 2 options. I was not expecting to have 2 options, but we do have 2 options. The first one is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. Her last name starts with a G. And the second one is The Call of the Void by S.M. Geiger, also a G. This is the 3rd book of the Shadows and Crowns series, and this is the 2nd book following One Dark Window, the Shepherd King duology. I actually do want to pick this one because I have been planning on getting into reading this and finishing the duology. I did have fun with One Dark Window. It wasn't a very wow read, but I do want to get into the 2nd book and see if I will end up liking the ending or not. So actually I'm gonna pick Two Twisted Crowns. I haven't been really excited to read this series, to be honest, so yeah. The first pick is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. Anyway, let us continue on, get another prompt. Written by 2 authors. I don't have a lot of 2 author. The only one I have is actually Kristen Becca Ritchie, because I haven't actually read this book and I totally forgot to put it in my TBR card. But it's Feel the Fire by Kristen Becca Ritchie. I read 84 pages of this according to my bookmark, and I never continued on reading this. So this is the 8th book, I think, of the Addicted World series. I'm gonna pick Feel the Fire. This is a great option. I'm gonna get another prompt and we're just gonna pick a random card. Set in a fictional town or world. I feel like any fantasy book would be okay, because usually fantasy books, they are set in a fictional world. So our options are plenty, but I don't really know which one I want to get into, because once again, I've been in a reading slump, so I haven't been excited to actually pick a book up. Actually, Never by Jessa Hastings is also set in a fictional world, and I do want to read this. Do I want to read this right now? This is another book that I'm interested in getting into. It's like a very new fantasy book that I've seen a few people talk on TikTok, and they've highly rated it, so I don't know if this is a good option or not. I was thinking about this or V. Schwab's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Actually, no, this is not in a fictional world. Never mind. We have so many options, you guys.
We actually have so many options that I'm actually confused.
I am determined to actually read books that I have been on my TBR card for a very long time. I'm reading another Rebecca Ross book. So do I pick this one? I've decided to just pick A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. This is set in a fictional world, the magical Isle of Cadence. And it's something to do with girls going missing, and the heiress of the east of this island needs to figure out why these girls are missing, and so she ends up working with her arch nemesis or something. I want to read this book because I finally got the 2nd book to this. I haven't been wanting to get into this because I don't have a 2nd book. And now that I finally have the 2nd book, I don't think there's any reason for me to not read this book. I am reading another Rebecca Ross book, so here's to hoping I actually read this book. Let us pick our 4th prompt. That prompt took me such a long time. What is this? A book that ends in an even number of pages. I'm gonna check out some of the books that I actually want to read and see if it's an even number of pages. This one ends 387, but I'm picking out like romances. I'm only gonna count before the acknowledgements page. This is 570, so this is a good option. By a Thread by Lucy Score. 541, so nope. This is 376, so yes. A Study in Drowning by Eva Reed. I feel like I have too many fantasy books and I don't really know what the other prompts are going to be, so I feel like I should pick this. I also do want to read this book. It's been on my TBR cart for a very long time, so I'm gonna pick By a Thread by Lucy Score. All I know about this is that it's a grumpy sunshine book. They worked together, they were co-workers, or they are co-workers. They don't like each other in the beginning, but then there's a slow burn and they end up falling in love and all of that. I do love Lucy Score's writing and I am excited to get into this. Let's pick our 5th prompt. Published in the last year. Is that 2024 or 2023? In the last year, does that mean 2024? I feel like yes, it means 2024. The only one I know is this one. I think Never was released in December. The only new book I have is this one. Thankfully I didn't pick a fantasy just now because I am going to be reading Feybound by Sarah El Arifi. This was released this year. It was recently released. At least according to the front page here, it was released in 2024. I am going to take this as the option that we're going to be choosing for published in the last year. Hopefully I got this meaning correctly. If it means 2023, then apologies, but I thought it would be like the year that I'm in right now. Let's pick our 6th prompt, and I think I'm going to just do 7 instead of 8. A blue cover. That's so fun. I think I'm gonna pick this because I really want to read it. I'm gonna pick this, Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I feel like I need a little YA mystery book to balance this pile out, and this is such a good idea because I've been really wanting to read her backlist and I love her books, so I feel like I would love this duology too. I'm excited to get into this mystery book. Obviously I don't know what this really is about, but I do know that the main character enters the debutante season because her grandmother told her to do so, and in exchange she'll get like a big sum of money. She realizes that the whole rich society is not as what it seems, so I'm excited to read this book and actually get into it. We're done to our last book. Let us pick the last prompt. A nature word in the title. For example, wind, snow, leaf, sea, etc. Wind, snow, leaf, sea, etc. Nature. Would fire be counted as nature? Wind, fire. I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna pick this one. Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross. This is the 2nd book following A River Enchanted, which I am also including in this TBR, but I do really want to read this duology. Finally completed this duology, so this is a new purchase of mine and I really want to read it, so I'm gonna pick this. Hopefully fire is counted as nature word. I'm pretty sure it is. If it's not, I apologize, but I assume fire is a nature word. This is gonna be my last book for this February TBR and I am excited. I love this cover so much. So yeah, that is it for my TBR. I'm gonna show you guys all the books. These are the 7 books that I have picked for this TBR. I decided to do 7 books instead of 8 this time because I'm in a slump, so I don't really know how much I'll end up reading this month. But I'm actually really freaking excited for these books, and hopefully I'll be out of my reading slump this month. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me pick the prompts and also pick a book by the prompt. And yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!